Don't show your dusty socks on camera.
My socks ain't dusty, and they like my feet.
Look at the bottom of your foot. It's
y'all
white
like my
and
feet,
fuzzy.
don't y'all?
Oh, you got your dogs done, or you didn't?
No, she didn't.
I ain't
That's
get
why
them
she got
done.
the
That's
socks
why
on.
they. Listen, my toes don't look too bad though.
Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Look,
Put your
Wait,
socks
y'all
on.
can see my feet from here.
like you was walking in sand.
Hey, Ashley has.
Feet.
Yo, bro. Anyway, what's going on, ladies and gents? Latest episode of Being Black is Ghetto. I'm your lovely host, Jay Evans. And to the couch, my lovely co-host.
Patty J, yeah.
All right. And we got the third off mic, JD, in the building. Say what up, man.
John Doe in the building. How you guys doing?
Always coming in sounding all nice and
You're
corporate.
talking like you're a teleprompter.
Making us
like,
sound dumb.
You guys dragged me off the side to come.
He
do
reminds
this.
me how he sounds so sophisticated.
Barely.
Listen,
Anyway, so before we get to the shits, how was your week?
No.
Patty?
We need to start off with how your week was. Our week doesn't matter. Your week matters.
Is, how's it going to be?
How was your week? How
I
do
seen
you
this nigga Jordan
feel?
on Twitter.
Blessed and highly favored. I can't complain. I'm just
Listen, y'all can't keep coming at my co-host in the comments, man.
living my life.
Like, y'all have to separate the fact that this is our pod and we have a life outside of this pod. Like, y'all really blending it and making a whole lot of assumptions about us that is so untrue. It's not even funny.
Listen, man, I've said it before. I'll say it again. According to the commenters, I get no bitches. Okay, I'm gonna die alone. I shouldn't have any kids. I actually, verbatim, I should be sterile. All right, that's what they said.
That's OG.
Yeah, they said I
saying
need to be
Thank you,
neutered.
P.
They said I need to be neutered in the comments, bro. And I cried a little bit. Now I had to remind myself I'm that nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Anyway,
Here we go. I was like,
Anyway.
what
this
I
mild
said.
bullshit he got going on?
like, back on my bullshit, man. Yo, listen, I'm standing 10 toes on what I said, but I said what I said. And the same invitation goes on the pod. If you feel a type of way, come on the couch and address me. That's
Exactly.
it.
And another thing I want to address too is y'all saying things like she should do it by herself, things like that. If we really want to break it down behind the scenes, he's the reason I'm on the pod. Like, he brought this idea to my attention. I had no intention on doing a podcast, that he brought it to my attention. So obviously, I'm not gonna bite the hand that fed me. I'm not gonna turn my back on my co-host. This is right here is a duo. We in this.
Feel me? I appreciate
For
you, man.
lifers.
I'm saying locked in real bad, twin. Locked in real
Oompa
bad.
Loompas unite. There you go, guys.
Like, you thought he was funny, like. But yeah, nah. Listen, man. Everybody has their opinions. I don't get killed on this podcast often. That's the crazy part. That was the clip that just went.
They usually come
I
at
mean,
my ass.
they got on my ass. All right, I had to eat that. You feel me?
But we've also mentally prepared for this. Like, we know we're not going to always be liked all the time at every given moment.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all made me turn off my notifications on Instagram. I had to. It was too much. Every 2 seconds was just, like, bro, I'm like, all right, bro, y'all got it, bro. Like, my phone about to die. Y'all going a little crazy. Like, just is what it is. Agree to disagree. Yo, listen. I don't believe in making my kids grow up in the trenches, or come out the mud. I simply just want my children to value what they work for. And have. That is it. But the internet, there's no land of in between. It's only
one of those.
It's either I'm giving my child a rock star lifestyle, or they're eating ramen noodles every night. There's no in between with y'all. So y'all got it.
I mean, I did see comments saying that you and I, if our parenting styles came together, it will be a good balance, which is fair too, because I could be a little too nice when it comes to my kids. So I do understand people saying that, you do need to have some kind of structure and have your children have your children work towards certain things that they get in their life. So I understand it.
I mean, hold on, let me find my words.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was one of them pods when y'all was on your bag. So that was kind of a heated moment. You didn't really get to articulate yourself how you wanted to, I don't think.
Yeah, man.
True. That's true.
Oh, yeah, by the time they see this episode, it'll definitely be out. Yeah, if I ever have any more guests on this pod, y'all gotta let me talk. Shout out Shorty, because she was great. She was amazing. But you gotta let me finish my points. Like, I already know that these episodes are all pre-recorded, so by the time y'all see this, y'all gonna see the episode that I'm talking about. And it was absolutely crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Now, my stance on that was simply, I'm not saying that women don't go through life-changing experiences during pregnancy. All I'm saying is that men experience things during those 9 months, whether that be work-related, just stress around the house, having to carry the extra load. That's all I said. And that men don't get acknowledged for that quite frequently. I'm not saying no woman does, but I'm just saying we don't get acknowledged for it often. That is it. I try to explain that and articulate that 40 different times, and Shorty kept cutting me off every chance she got. You know, I'm gonna start talking at this same monotone here now because they keep saying I'm loud and I'm yelling at my co-host.
When you
All
talk
right.
like that, they're gonna
But
say condescending.
my
now.
thing is, they gotta understand too. Like, we're being ourselves and just talking. Like, this is how we talk. We're from New York. Like, when you're passionate about something, you get loud, you start cursing, you start saying stuff. But it's no like animosity. We're not mad at each other or gonna fight each other. Like, we're just talking passionately.
Shout out Hitman. I'm not emotional. I'm passionate. I'm not
Like, come
emotional. I'm
on.
Look at him,
passionate.
emotional.
But no, my only thing is on the pod, right? Like I said, it's when it comes to this pod, there is a level of performance. I've said it on past episodes, bro. But if y'all need 100% authenticity, so be it. I'm gonna mac out. I'm gonna chill, and I'm really start saying how I feel. But y'all still gonna be mad. Still gonna be mad, and I'm
Listen,
not.
I say be yourself. I believe in
I'm
being yourself.
not turning down anything, and I turned down no fades, bro. Turned down no fades. I said what I said for a reason, and no, I'm never double backing on these whole. I'm gonna go back to a clip and ignore. I said what I said, and that's it. I'll be damned. You get an apology blog from me, like, yeah. So here's
Exactly. Not
that's
gonna
it.
happen.
The
Not
most y'all
from
get
us.
is the one comment I'll put in them comment sections, and that's it. Pin it at the top. Read it and weep. If you still feel a type of way, I don't know what to tell you, gang. And another thing, yes, we are based in New York. So anyone that wants to be on this podcast, understand and know this. I seen one comment talking about how, oh yeah, well, if I did live in New York, I definitely wouldn't send my kid. If you didn't live in New York, like, bro, you don't even understand how the train system works over here because you're not even from here. I don't even know where the fuck you from. You be from fucking Arkansas telling me what you're gonna fucking how to ride the train or how dangerous the train is because you watch it on the news. Like the news is all propaganda. Come on, bro. You'll be all right, bro. You'll be all right. All right.
That's true.
You got the Metro North, you got regular trains. Like, there's other. We not only talking about you taking the 4 line, the Woodlawn, like type shit in Jerome Avenue. Like, it's different bags out here. You feel me?
Sorry to cut you off, but another thing I want to address is people saying things like a person that doesn't have kids can't have an opinion on people with kids. I am a person with kids, and I disagree with that. I think that if somebody is if you're a friend of mine and you see me doing something crazy as a mom and you may not have kids, you should be able to say that because I'm doing something wrong. And anybody with a naked eye could see that if I'm doing that. I don't think it matters if a person has kids or doesn't have kids because people adopt kids, people have surrogates, and those people are able to raise kids and the children, see them as mother and father, regardless of them being able to birth them or have them or any of those things. So I don't like when people say that. I think it's annoying.
I agree. Well said, sister. That's a clip right there. Ooh, get him. Get him. Score one on a pygmy board.
Oh, God.
No, yo, I agree. I'm a man with no kids, all right? I don't even know why I'll be hiding my age on this pod. Listen, I'm 26 years old, turning 27. I don't know when this episode going to drop. Turning 27 in October. Shout out to Libra gang. You feel me? I have 2-parent household. I was raised with both my parents my entire life, all right? And I went to therapy. For the people that think I haven't went to therapy, I went to therapy for an extended period of time from about September of last year to January-ish. All right. So I did my therapy. All right. Certain things I heal from, at least I felt like I healed from, but certain things I just really stand on what I stand on. It's not me having trauma responses. And if so, maybe I might need to go back to therapy. I don't know. But I really do be standing 10 toes on what I said. And it just is what it is. I don't try to project my inner feelings on other people. I just simply, this is how I feel. And everyone's entitled to feel how they feel. It's an opinion for a reason. But I think people lose me unless you're abusing your child or causing any type of bodily, physically harm. People's in the comment section saying, oh, you're wrong. There's no real wrong way in being a parent, low key. If your kid still comes out, because
there's no rule book
there's no rule book
to give you directions on how to be a parent. You're literally learning as you go, and every child is different. So that's the unfortunate thing. Like,
every child is different, bro. So when I'm seeing it, like, there's a difference between I don't agree with your style of parenting versus you're wrong.
True. That's true.
Shout out Nina. Words matter. So if y'all want to address these parenting arguments, that is how y'all should be addressing. I don't agree with your style of parenting, but to say you're wrong for doing, nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong. Once again, to my family dynamic, y'all think I'm super duper troubled. I have brothers, I have sisters, and I'm doing pretty well for myself compared to my siblings. Shout out my siblings living to death. But I'm just saying, so if I'm so troubled and I'm doing decent in life, I don't think me personally, I will say my mother and father did a terrible job with me. I'm not rude outside. Like I said, this is a podcast at the end of the day, but I treat people with the utmost respect, whether you the janitor, the CEO. Like, I have manners. I have a good job. And I'm saying, like, I handle my responsibilities as a man should. I'm a good human being, guys, prior to what y'all think, man. I'll just be chilling, bro.
And me, I'm not gonna go into detail of explaining who I am. I don't give a fuck if what y'all think of me, honestly. So y'all can make y'all assumptions and thoughts. I don't give a rat's ass.
I just felt like it was like I said, I want to get people the chance to kind of resonate with us, because I don't know what age range of people watch our pod. Maybe that should be a thing. Comment your age on whenever I make this clip. Comment your age below. All right, let us know how old y'all are. I want to know the demographic of the people that watch this pod. I feel like it's from like the 20s to like 35-ish. Even I've seen some older people like in the 40s sometimes comment. They got it. Mean, I ain't got it. You got it.
I've been told by the older crowd that we curse a bit. We curse a lot, so that kind of turns them off. So we could pull back on the cursing a little bit, but we are adults too. So sometimes the curse may slip out, and just ignore it. Like it's not that deep.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Auntie. I'm sorry, Unc.
Yeah,
you got it, man. Anybody in that 40 and up club, y'all got it.
The
y'all
two of you ain't gonna stop cursing.
You said what?
The two of you ain't gonna stop cursing.
We can try.
I'll just be in my bag, bro. I'll be in my bag. But talking about that though, I want to go back to the topic then, since we just, already kind of brought it up. I wrote it down. Is there a problem with being bougie? Because off of that clip, a lot of people were saying, I want to give my children the most bougiest lifestyle possible. So not only when it comes to kid, I just ask in general, do you think there's an issue with people that aspire to live a bougie lifestyle or just want to have bougie personalities?
I mean, funny enough, because John Doe and I had this conversation earlier, when he explained to me that bougie, I guess people view as people that look down on others, then I don't agree with bougie. Like, I don't want my kids to look down on other people. I want my kids to respect people no matter where you are in life. But I do want my kids to have high standards. So that's what I'll say.
I agree. I completely agree. My stance from that, and I was telling her earlier on the phone, so I'm gonna bring it to the pod. My opinion on that came from obviously a personal standpoint. I work as a first responder, right? I've dealt with certain people in the field that they live in, they live in like Orange County, they live in Rockland County, they live in Long Island, which for those of you guys that are not from New York, these are predominantly white areas. This the suburb of the suburb, if you want to think about it like that, right? So when they come, they work in New York City, and they start working, obviously, the inner cities, the East New Yorks, the Brownsville, the Jamaica Queens, everywhere in the Bronx. They work these neighborhoods. And I've literally been in a truck with one kid, and he was like, I hate the Bronx. Everyone here is a crackhead. And he just believed every single house is like a trap house or it's some type of it needs to be burnt down building. Like, how do people live like this? I'm like, yo, not everyone has a spoon-fed lifestyle. Like, just because you live in a projects doesn't mean you're dirty. Just because, you live in, I guess, whatever ghetto you want to call of the Bronx. Like, I don't know. I don't even want to put a neighborhood because then they're going to start killing me. But whatever area of the Bronx you want to call ghetto does not mean that you are ghetto yourself. That's why on our past episode, we had the argument. I don't believe you're ghetto at all. You just grew up in a ghetto area, but look how you came out. You came out just fine. And plenty of people just like you come out of these areas just fine, if not better. That's why we take pride in where we come from. But not everybody is a crackhead just because they live in the Bronx or East New York or any other hood that you could think of in the state of New York, bro. It's not real, bro. I agree with John Doe, bro.
But I think that has to do with how a person is raised. Like, if you teach your kids to frown at certain people and act like you're above, then that's why your child will grow up thinking that way. Because my kids in particular, like, I'm proud of the fact that my kids, funny enough, like, my kid's father said to me the other day, he took them to the projects for the first time. And my daughters, like you said, some people may look at it and be like, ew. My daughters were dead like, we're at the projects? Oh my God. Like, they were like, just amazed. It sounds crazy, I know, because I know my kids haven't been there. But it's just like, they're like, what? Like, the projects? Wow, that's cool. Like, we finally could say we went to the project. Now, it sounds funny, but it's just like to say that we're not raising our daughters to be in a different space that they're not used to being at and frowning at it. If anything, they're going to just be fascinated and be like, oh, wow, look, I've experienced this. Like I say, I experienced it. But they're not going to be looking at it as they're better than wherever they're at.
Like I said, don't let all that shit fool you. I've been to some people's apartments in the P's. They renovate their whole apartment.
I myself, friends, that their apartment is nice.
They're living there 20 years and they basically own the apartment.
It's clean.
Look mad nice, but flooring done, stainless steel appliances.
And we've been to, and I'm sure we've been to people's houses that look crazy.
I've been to. Is beautiful.
Bunch of private houses that look amazing. You go inside, it's a hoarder house.
Exactly.
But because they live in a house, you think what? There's some upper echelon person? Come on, stop it.
I teach my kids to be better and just be respectful of all people, no matter where you're at.
That's a fact. Treat the janitor the same way you treat the CEO, man. I said it and I'll say it again.
Exactly.
Because you never know where anyone's going to end up, too. even in regards to this podcast, I've had so many people reach out to me that like, I remember when I used to do music and I used to reach out to these same individuals. I get the cold shoulder. People not acknowledge certain things. Now the podcast is lit. Our numbers going up and everyone's like, yeah, I want to get on. Or I remember you. Oh, all right, bro. I show love no matter what. So even I don't hold grudges like that. I will be petty. I always bring it up to them. That's the pettiness in me. But I'm never gonna sit there and block anyone else's blessing. All right, bro. You need a platform. You want to go talk your shit? Come on board, bro.
No, you better than me.
Better than me too.
She's the mean one. That's the
I am
craziest
the mean
part.
one.
She's
I
the
am
mean
so
one.
serious. I will ban you from the pod. Like, I'm so sorry.
She is the mean one.
I am mean, and I don't care. I really don't care.
And also to flip the spectrum on that question, do you believe there's a problem in being too humble?
I don't believe that you should have to be humble. Like, it's up to you and what you feel is best for you. Like, if you want to be confident and boasty about the things you got going on, you should be able to do that. Like, why do people get so hung up on the fact that somebody is being boasty? Like, if I work my ass off and I am rich and I got my shit together, I'm gonna be happy and proud to say it.
As you should. You know, then the title of this episode is Confident, Not Cocky, because I feel that exact same way. Honestly, if you are somebody that you know you work mad hard for everything that you got and accomplished, and even if it's like something that you're skillful at, like, yo, I'm really good at this, why do people find it offensive when you like telling people how good you are at this? Like, if I'm a basketball player and I know I can shoot from the 3 line, you know, make 10, jump shots in a row, I feel good about that. Why are you telling me I'm wrong for, all right, bro, you're doing too much? Why am I doing too much?
Some people,
it might be timing.
That and some people take their cockiness and it starts to spill over into arrogance. When you're arrogant is when I think it becomes an issue for other people. Because, like, I can give an example. Like, I remember I dated this person that made a lot of money and he was so entitled and arrogant. Like, he'll walk into spaces and be like, I got money. I don't have to deal with this. Like, he would want to skip lines and offer to pay people to get in front of them and not care about the fact that they were sitting there for however long before you got there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, that is a problem.
I would like to know what's the fine line then from arrogant and cocky.
I think the line is thin. I think the line is thin.
Because I know certain artists that used to be like that. Like, I used to watch his lives and stuff, and he's like, oh, he's so cocky and he's so full of himself. But I'm like, bro's nice. Bro's nice. Like, no matter what you guys say, especially when it comes to artists. That's why I love this argument when it comes to artists. Because artists be terrible human beings. Like, absolutely terrible. But y'all do not care. Because if they drop whatever piece of music that y'all like, y'all listening to it. Shout out Future.
Exactly.
Know what I'm saying? Yo, we all see what Future be doing on a day. I remember when it was Mother's Day and he gave a shout out to every single one of his BMs on Twitter. But that was one of the funniest days on Twitter, bro. He really wrote he was like, yo, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for watching my son. Yeah, that shit was just hilarious,
That's
bro.
crazy.
But we all treat Future like a fucking god every single time he drops an
I don't know
album,
who
bro.
does that. I think
When he drops an album, bro, nah, bro, everybody's tuning in. Stop what you're doing,
no
Pluto
matter
drop.
where I get in life and the higher up we climb in, like, I guess people knowing us, I'ma forever be the person that look at people like, you ain't shit. I don't care who you are. You ain't shit. I'ma always call people out on their shit. Like,
yeah, man. Like, this is why I'm proud of the job that I do, because I feel like I remember when you're in the academy, they literally tell you, they're like, you're gonna go in the field and you're going to see people at the lowest point in society, and then you might see people at the highest point in society. I done worked in Manhattan. I done had house. I done had calls in like it's the penthouses of. I went in some penthouse in Midtown Manhattan. It was like on 50-something street, 53rd or whatever. I think it was some Israeli guy. So I own an oil company. Made bread, bro, bread. And then, but also, like I said, I've been at the worst calls possible, where like, a girl dropping her baby at a fire station. Like, that's what I'm saying. You see, I'm humble myself because I know how bad circumstances can get for certain people. Especially when it comes to topics like the shelter system in New York. I'll never forget this. I had a woman on White Plains Road, and she was telling me like her whole life story. Like, basically, she used to be on drugs and all that. She beat it. She'd been sober for years or whatever. And she's like, she was trying to just get around, and like the shelter was giving her a hard time. She was like, I'm just trying to get a job so I could get a crib, and then I could reclaim my son, because I guess she lost her son due to the court system. I remember I sat in that truck with that lady for like 40 minutes just talking about life. And I was like, it's people like her that dead ass inspire me or want to help people like that. Because I'm like, people think all these people in shelters be bums. They don't want to do nothing with their life, and they're just abusing our tax dollars. I'm like, there's people like her that's using every opportunity to her advantage to get wherever she need to go. That same day, I didn't give a fuck what they were saying, talking about on my radio. I was like, yo, bro, any hospital you need to go to that need to be close to where you need to go after this, I'll take you. Don't even worry about nothing else, bro. So it's just life-changing experiences like that I'm like, that shit is what keep me humble. Because I know what the bottom could look like from the views of other people.
that's true. That's fair.
What
do you think, JD? You don't have a thought?
I'm not really here right now.
Okay.
I'm here to moderate.
He's a pretty humble guy himself, you know.
Actually, if y'all can't tell, in his
So I
little
just
bit of words.
think it's just warranted when to pop your shit, man. Like, and hey, you shouldn't be that guy that just wants to walk in the room and immediately pop your shit. Like, yo, you see my ice on? I got the. I mean, like,
I think the line that we were trying to figure out is timing. Like, if we just chilling, like here at the pod, you shouldn't just bring up in the middle of the pod. We talking about being humble. Oh, yeah, I could shoot from 40 feet out of nowhere. Like nobody wants to hear that, bro. Like, we don't care. Like, we don't care.
That's true.
Now, if we chilling playing 2K, all right, we already basketball is a topic. Like, let's do that. But like, come on.
Yeah, they say that shit with Meek Mill. It was like, yo, Meek be on Twitter. He just be like, yo, where do I buy a yacht from?
He do.
Like, bro, where do you get that from, bro? Like, yo, Meek, we all working niggas, bro. Like,
And he be doing it like on a Tuesday at like 11:30 in the morning. Like, bro, like we
after
not even at
everybody
lunch
done paid
yet.
their bills.
bro, he be
Got
like,
their
yo,
last $20.
show me somebody that could go. Like, how am I don't know a yacht broker. Like, how am I supposed to find these people? I could barely afford a Kia.
I would tell him.
Half of us don't
I
even
got
live near
you.
no water.
Listen, you know what? You know what? That should have been an opportunity for somebody wrote him and was like, yo, inbox me. I got you. I got the connect for you. Send him an email and have him wire some money to your account. I got you. Don't worry about it. I would have had him wire me some money.
His thoughts before
I would have had him wire me some money and he would have got a yacht all right. I would have said
his
him photo of a
his
yacht.
intrusive thoughts is out loud, bro. Like he lets all his intrusive thoughts fly. None of them stay in the draft. Like, bro, the minute Meek Mill think about something,
You know who else annoys me too when you said that is like a person that can always. You ever met a person that they always can do something? Like you could be. Yeah, am I lying? You ever met a person that always can do something? Like you could be walking down the street and you see somebody planting something. Oh yeah, I remember when I used to plant back in the days. Like they're always able to do something. Like what can't you what can't you do? Like be quiet. That is so annoying.
I ain't gonna lie. There's only one person on this earth that can do everything. That's Chris Brown. Other than that, I don't want to hear that shit.
That's a fact.
That man can literally do everything on this earth, bro. If he say that, I believe everywhere he says.
Jamie Foxx is
For real?
second.
Bro, that's
Jamie
so
Foxx,
funny,
I just
bro.
never seen dance. That's the only reason I can't give it to him.
Like, bro, it ain't nothing I ain't see Chris Brown do, bro. That man done drew murals in his house. He could dance, rap,
for
act,
real.
play basketball. I'm like, yo,
Like,
bro,
you could be
bro. You the ultimate nigga, bro.
My thing is, you could
And
be
he got a top 5 diss
multi-talented,
track.
but damn, like everything you could do, like
He's good at all of them. Like, normally when someone's really good at one thing, they might be that man's like an A across the board in everything
for
he
real,
does, bro.
For real.
B+ at the minimum.
Like, bro. See, bro, I'm like, yo, how do you have all this time to be this talented, bro? That shit is crazy, bro.
Dropping 40 track albums 3 years in a row. Like, leave me alone,
Bro.
Let's get on our topics though. Let's get on our first topic.
Yeah, the list I don't have. After I was dragged
Right?
to be a extra mic today, but it's all right.
Can unmarried people
Can unmarried people?
Can unmarried
Oh, there we go.
people give married advice?
Maybe not married advice, but relationship advice, I guess.
Okay. I mean, I feel like if I've ever been in a space where a married person came to me for advice, I tend to tell them that I'm not the person to talk to.
Yeah, we know how you feel on that.
I'm not the person to talk to. I could listen, I could hear you vent, I could be there, listen in the air, give the ahs. But to give you advice, that's not my space. I'm not married yet. I need to stay in my lane.
See, here's where I'm like, you guys want me to lie to you or tell you the truth? Like, I don't even know where to take this, bro. If I say what I say, I'm like, hey, he's not supposed to be, he's not married, he's never gonna be married.
Up two pods in a
I personally believe that you should be allowed to give your critique / opinion on married couples, even if you are unmarried. Now, how much merit your opinion holds is a different story, right? I use the analogy of coaches that never played for the NBA. I'm going to listen to a coach that actually played in the league way over a coach that has never stepped foot on the hardwood basketball of the NBA. That's just me personally. All right. And that's why when it comes to like podcasts, I'm going to listen to a Jeff Teague that played NBA versus some random, Max Kellerman. No
Question
shade.
though. I don't think Popovich played in the league. You listening to him or Rick Carlisle, who played in the league?
Popovich is the exception to the rule.
Okay.
You know that. He's the only exception to the rule. But for the most part, I feel like, when it comes to that topic, I'm going to listen to somebody. I mean, just who holds more merit. So I would, if I'm a married couple, obviously I would like to take advice from somebody that is married, but I'm not going to think that the person that's unmarried's opinion is just null and void.
Well, to use your analogy, I think about the fact that for me, I think in a marriage, you and your partner are on a team. You have the coach, which could be a couple that is married or a therapist in that field or whatever. And then the spectators are your single friends. I feel like the spectators should do only but spectate. They shouldn't do anything outside of that. When they ain't gonna step on the field and start playing the game with us. We're not doing that. So that's why I feel like single friends in particular definitely shouldn't be given marriage advice when you haven't
What about
even.
a single friend who was married before?
Absolutely not. Of course not. Because why your marriage failed? You gonna come tell me something about mine?
Wouldn't you want to
Sheesh.
take advice from somebody who
Unless
made
they're a
mistakes
widow.
potentially?
The only way I'm taking their advice is if they was in a happy, healthy marriage that I was aware of and their partner is dead. If their partner is alive and well and they divorced and
Patrice,
didn't
you
hold it
hurt my
together for
head,
their
yo.
marriage, no, don't
You
hear
hurt
it.
my
My
head,
only question
Patrice.
is, because I know you're against friends being in your marriage. So are you opposed to friends being in your boyfriend girlfriend stage?
Unmarried friends.
Still, same
Just-
question.
okay,
Same
yeah,
question
like
though. Are you opposed to having in your boyfriend girlfriend phase? Are you opposed to having friends like I guess give their 2 cents?
Single friends, I wouldn't go to. I'm not about to go to a single friend for my relationship advice because you're single.
What if your single friend has sense?
They could have sense. I feel like it's different people in your life for different things. My single friend could be good at a particular part. That's what she's at. But relationship, clearly, that particular friend isn't good in the relationship department because they're not in a relationship. So
Just
no.
because you got friends in relationships don't mean they're good in the relationships.
The
either,
health.
though.
I'm gonna go to a friend. For me, I'm only going to get advice from people that I feel is in a healthy situation. If they're in an unhealthy situation and I know that it's toxic as hell, I'm not going to them
But
for
what
advice.
about the people that are single by choice? By choice.
Then why would I go to them? I'm not going to nobody. I'm just not going to anybody single. That's just me. I'm only going to people that I know is in a healthy situation that like something like that.
I think you limit your perspective, the perspective you can see when you do that, though. If you need advice, you should just take advice from anybody that you know in your life has sense and is looking out for you.
And me personally, I just wanted to see the playing field because I wanted to know, like, if you did answer it the other way, say, for example, yeah, I listen to my friends during my boyfriend girlfriend phase, but I was like, does it get cut off when you get married? But if you're consistent with it, then it's consistent.
and
If
I
you don't want
just-
friends in the boyfriend girlfriend phase, then yeah, I guess it is smart to keep them out of the,
I mean, for the most part, I feel like I'm very private about my relationships. I feel like if me and my partner's having an issue, I'm going to my partner with it. I don't think I should go to a friend because sometimes that friend make add fuel to the fire and make me even more angry or make me feel like, you're not wrong when I'm wrong. Like, that's my fear. That's why I choose not to go to friends. Because I've seen it happen in my past relationships. Like, I'll go to a friend and vent about something. And in me being angry, my friend is like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. He's wrong. He's wrong. So now I'm going back to my partner like, you're wrong. My friend said you're not wrong. So now it just escalates the issue.
I think also too, I mean, if you're having troubles with your partner, I feel like taking that little minuscule break, whether that's 20 minutes or a day real quick to recollect your thoughts and come back is the most important thing. I feel like the problem is too much people run into turmoil in their relationship and they're ready to go to somebody else and talk about it so fast.
That's true.
Like, did you even have a round 2 with your partner before you thought about outsourcing?
Facts.
That's true.
Like,
You're right.
That's
You're
my
right.
thing. Like, if I'm upset, especially I feel like for men, if men are upset, don't speak out of your emotions. Fall back, recollect your thoughts, and come back. Yo, baby, listen, and then speak your piece.
Mhm.
All right, but now if you want to go outsource after round 2, like obviously y'all argued, y'all took y'all step back, y'all came back, y'all argued, and still ain't getting nowhere. All right, now outsource.
Yeah,
But that shouldn't be your first thing to go do is call your mans up like, yo, bro, tell me why this bitch is You wildin', bro.
But you know what's funny? I even
You
had a
wildin'.
situation happen recently where a married friend came to me and asked for, like, no, she didn't ask for advice, but she was venting to me. So it was kind of like a situation where I could have given advice. But instead of me giving her the advice, I redirected her to another married couple that I knew of that was in a healthy, successful marriage. Like, and she knows them. So I'm like, you know what? I think maybe all of y'all should get together and talk to each other and help give each other advice and go from there. I don't think I'm in the place because I'm not married yet. So I just stepped out of it and redirected her to where I think she should be, and it'll be more helpful there. So that's how I handle it.
Yeah, me personally, I don't like even giving relationship advice no more. I don't know if people feel comfortable asking me, but I would hope people don't because last time I got came to for a relationship, advice, all right? Last time someone came to relationship advice, we're not friends no more. So,
I mean, also, you got to know who you're going to. Like, I know for a fact. I'm no offense. I love you, Jordan, but I'm not coming to you for relationship advice. I'm not
because you
coming to you.
can't take his tone when he talks back to you.
Okay, I'll go to you if I'm like, I want to be told off. which I don't. So I
When
don't.
you want to hear what you need to
Yeah,
hear,
when
but
I
not
want
the
to
way
hear what
you
I
want to
need
hear
to hear,
it.
like if I need motivation to go to the gym because I'm a fat back, like something like that. Like Jordan, I'm feeling real fat. Then Jordan gonna tell me get your fat ass up and go to the gym. Like that. That's what I come to Jordan for. You just gotta know which friend is for what thing.
Time out. I said this to this woman, and yo, I'm about to throw this microphone.
You know what's crazy? Because we were just talking about this off mic. I was just talking about this with Poncho right before y'all got here, right? So I want to bring it up because my problem, this has been my problem in life, and this is also a problem of these clips. It's just a problem in general, all right? The right message, but the wrong messenger, right? So I'll never forget. I'll give a quick story for me. I'll never forget when I was in 8th grade. I forgot what I was learning in 8th grade. It was some math shit that I couldn't comprehend it. The way my teacher was teaching, I could not comprehend it. So he sent me to tutoring. They'll take me out of class. It was me and a couple of my mans. And we used to go down there. I don't know. We used to fuck around in that tutoring shit all the time. But low key, the way that tutor taught us, we learned it. I'll never forget. I went and did my homework, and I did really good on it. And my fucking teacher at the time, he was mad shocked at him. Oh my God, Jordan, you did good in your math shit. That's how I knew he was a dick sucker, but that was neither here nor there. If you ever see this, he a dick sucker. But yo, he did. I seen I did mad good. He was like so shocked. He's like, but I told you the exact same way. And I was like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just understood it better whenever the tutor taught me versus how you taught me. And my whole life has kind of been that way because the way I talk to people, to be like, oh, well, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. But I'm like, bro,
That's true.
if 2 + 2 is 4, it doesn't matter if I
it's
say it like
how
this.
you say
It doesn't matter if I say it like this. The
It
answer is
does
still
matter.
4.
Your tone matters. How your message. Like if you say, you a bitch. You a bitch. You a bitch. It's a difference. Like in how your tone, how you speak to people, that matters. Like I think you just need to learn how, if you're gonna give a message, you're gonna give advice, learn your tone and how you saying it to a person.
I just think I think that's a very emotional way of thinking about certain things.
But if you are getting the same result when it comes to speaking to people, then clearly you need to change it up a bit.
I mean, I did, but there's certain things I do in life, I've changed up on myself, but I still don't agree to it. I just do it because I feel like society's telling me I have to.
It's not about society. I think if you care about certain relationships, you are going to change a little bit. Like,
But how come we can never tell people to not be so sensitive?
no, I think also you just
We
have
always
to
got
know
to
who
be
you're
like,
talking
oh, we
to.
have to acknowledge people's feelings. Sometimes
My thing
you
is,
are being a bitch.
For example, why does Jordan always feel
Sorry
like
for
he
cursing old
has
people.
to go off every single situation? Why?
Because he probably less, I don't know, this is me guessing, he probably less shit slide for a little
Like
bit
before
he spazzes.
like if I find out something sad, I'm not calling Jordan.
Something sad.
Yeah, like if something happens to me and I'm sad, I'm not calling Jordan. And I feel bad that I can't call Jordan. I should be able to call Jordan.
Why don't
if
you
I'm
think
sad.
you can call Jordan if something's sad?
Because if I'm sad and I'm talking about it too long, he's gonna go off after a while.
It's
like
not
you've
about
been
too-
talking
it's
about
not-
this
it's not
a little
about
too long.
It's
now,
when you start
like-
whining, I think, that we get annoyed.
Yeah. And sometimes I want to whine. Sometimes I want to cry. Sometimes I want to just be a baby. Just hear me be a baby. I'm not saying I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up off my ass at some point, but hear me a little bit. Call Jordan and I'm crying too long. I'm like, shut your ass up. Like, come on. Nobody want to hear that. Stop whining. Like, get your ass up and do what you gotta do.
Shout out Nina, man. Words matter. It bothers me because the words that you say don't change with the tone. Like I said, that was a good example, but the same thing could go to an SMD. I wish you would be like, oh, suck my dick versus suck my dick.
Pardon
It's
me,
still
sir.
suck my dick, bro. Like, I'm still gonna punch you in your face regardless of which way you said it to me because that phrase in itself is disrespectful.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm talking about when it comes to you interacting with your friends and when they come to you for advice. If you are always on 10 when they're coming to you, and because my thing is, if a friend comes to you for advice, they're laying out their business to you. They're being vulnerable with you. They're giving you something that you should be honored to receive. And for you to take that moment and use it as a moment to teach them a lesson and tell them how they're wrong and yell at them, that's not nice.
But I don't be doing that. I don't. I always
You
give
do that sometimes.
I give both perspectives.
Not all the time.
I give both perspectives when I'm asked about certain situations, right? So, obviously, such situation with homie. Yo, she's been doing she's bugging. All right, bro. Well, I told you these are her characteristics, these are her flaws. You chose to keep still dealing with her. Here's what it looks like from the outside looking in. It looks like here's what you're doing wrong. Take that information and do what you will. That's my favorite saying to say to people. I say that all the time. I give my advice and I say, take that information and do what you will. Because I'm never going to steer you to a certain direction. Whatever I told you, take that information and do what you will.
I mean, when I give advice, I think I learned a trick that helps. When I give advice, I try to put it in a cake. So like, I'll do like the first layer of cake, then throw some shit in there. For another layer of cake, then throw in some boogers. Another layer of cake, then throw in some shit. Another layer of cake. So it's a big sloppy cake. But I'm saying all that to say that you got to sometimes throw in a little niceness with a little bit of mean stuff so people can receive it better. Because if you just come in with all a pile of shit, nobody gonna receive that. Nobody want no shit. But we put a little cake and little rainbows and some nice, the person will receive the information better. So that's pretty much how I handle it.
Oh, so I'm glad I landed on this no-fly zone of people not to call. Because, yeah, just don't call me then. There's only so many times you're going to get to call me about the same problem. Spoke about it on the past pod. I'm going to say it again. Like, for you to say, if you call me day one crying, I'll listen to you all day. Week 3, if you call me about the same thing you called me for 3 weeks ago, all right, bro, get off my phone.
But my thing is, you're just not that friend, and that's okay.
Nobody should be calling nobody for 3 weeks straight with the same problem.
No, I'll disagree because I'm that friend for certain people. Certain friends, you can call me at 3:00 in the morning going through it, and I'm going to be there. Certain people. Some people...
The same issue for 3 weeks in a row at 3:00
depends.
in the morning?
Like I said, it depends. If it's a person that I know that something... Like, if it's a person that puts themselves there, no. Because you're putting yourself there. I'm not going to keep on talking with you, and you literally are. Like, I'm not going to pull you out the street, and then you go, thank you for taking me out the street. And then run back in the street and go, Patrice, I'm in the street. No, because I'm not about to keep pulling you out the street. I'm not going to keep pulling you out the street and bringing you back to the sidewalk and you running back in the street every day, every week. I'm doing the same thing over and over again. I'm not going to do that. But for the friend that accidentally got pushed into the street, of course I'm going to help her, grab her hand and help her back on the sidewalk. That's how I handle it.
Well, you saying that brings me into this lovely topic that I didn't write down there, but I wanted to write it down because I forgot about it. Because we were speaking about empathy. So do you believe people that are not empathetic should be in a relationship?
No, and we spoke about this the other day, and I said to you, people that lack empathy should die alone. I said it that harshly. People that lack empathy should die alone.
Why do you say that? Expound.
Because you need empathy to have, if you want to be in a relationship and you want to have children, you're gonna need to have some sense of empathy. You're gonna have to be able to give that. Your kids are gonna need it, your wife is gonna need it, your husband's gonna need it. And if you can't give that, then you need to be by yourself.
I partially agree. I agree to everything you said. When it comes to kids, like I said, kids, everything for a kid is their first time, like you always say, So you got to give grace when it comes to children. Obviously, kids need that love and support on top of everything else that you're already supposed to do for your kid. When it comes to your partner, I would hope that you pick a partner that you shouldn't kind of have to repeat yourself too much time, because your partner can be one of those people that at the end of the day, they are just doing the same, or your partner could be that person that's creating the same fuck up for themselves over and over and over again. And even if that's my partner and I love you to death, at what point do you acknowledge, I'm like, yo, bro, I can't feel bad for you just because you're my partner. Like you just purposely keep fucking up on your own accord. So that's why me personally, I feel that way. But I also disagree only for the fact that I said it in the past, I'm gonna say it again. I feel like empathy is not something that is taught. I feel like it's something you either have it or you don't. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll eat that if I'm wrong. If there's any therapist out there that would love to tell me that you could learn empathy, I'd be glad to hear it. But I feel like it's something that you just have to have, because empathy is a feeling. How do you just force a feeling? I'm not an actor. It's not like I can force myself to cry or something. Like, if I just simply don't have that feeling in that moment, where do you want me to pull it out of? But
I feel like when you lack empathy, you are clearly something's off in your brain. That's just my opinion. I think either you're a psychopath or narcissist. And if you lack empathy, I think that is dangerous. That's why, for me, I feel like people that cannot show empathy or don't feel empathy should be by themselves, because they're a danger to other people because they can't feel. That's just my opinion. John Doe, you got anything to say?
What do you mean they can't? I don't think that means they can't feel if they're not empathetic. Because empathetic means you're feeling other people's issues. That doesn't mean you don't feel at all.
Okay, so can you go elaborate on what you mean?
You're saying if you're empathetic, you're not empathetic, you can't feel. So I was referring to that point that you made.
Yeah, so
I guess feel for others.
To his point, I mean, that's how I feel like, because in my personal experience, in my life, my Denzel Washington shit, my life, okay? All right? Most people put themselves in the circumstances that they're in. So how am I supposed to feel bad for you when you are intentionally putting yourself there? So that's why when I get told I'm not empathetic a lot, it's because I try to get you up out of your situation mostly 9 times out of 10, and you chose to stay there. I can only bring you to the water. I can't force you to fish.
I feel the way I feel when it comes into that because I'm an empath. I feel what you feeling. If you angry and you got a certain energy, I feel it. Like I feel like I'm in that with you. So to know that people, like, I understand that not everybody's an empath and fully feel what another person's feeling, but to not be able to sit with someone and just understand them on a different level, I think that's weird. Well, I just think that's weird.
Do you feel like that's more attributed to feminine energy?
No, I don't think so. I think, well, let me say this. I feel like when a person gets to a space where they're healthier, I think men and women both have to have masculine and feminine energy and within themselves. Because you have to understand, you have to get to a place where you understand both sides. Like, I feel like I have masculine energy in some situations. I feel like a man should have feminine energy in certain situations, and it just makes it easier to adapt and be around other people when you're able to be both.
Because I feel like as a man, I guess why some men could lack empathy is because we are solution-based individuals, right? So I'm only gonna ask you a certain amount of times or listen to you complain about it before I want to find a solution. Not because I'm tired of even hearing it, but obviously if you're my girl, I don't want to see what's paining you every day. So I'm going to try my hardest to do what I can to cure whatever's causing this discomfort that's going on in your life. So that's why I feel like men are so quick to be like, all right, we're gonna do this to fix that, or we're gonna do this to, amend
But
this.
I think men need to learn that we're emotional creatures. You cannot come to us with solutions all the time. When we are in our high in our emotions, we're not expecting you to fix that right then. We sometimes just want y'all to listen and hear us.
But then that should go. That has to go both ways. Then
True.
you have to know that when you bring us
we're not
issues.
talking about men right now. We're talking about women.
No, we're talking about empathy. So it's not a gender-based topic.
Well, I'm talking about women. That's what I'm talking about. Because he said solution-based when he's talking about him when he's dating a woman. He comes with solutions. And I'm saying we are emotional. Women are emotional, which means that when men come to solutions, it is frustrating for us.
And you have to remember that we're logical and fact-based and solution-based. So when you bring us with a problem, we're going to want to fix the problem if we care about you. It has to be understanding
but
on
y'all
both sides.
have to adapt. Y'all have to learn to adapt to some degree.
Nobody's disagreeing with that point.
We have to learn to adapt to some
That's
degree.
all I was trying to say. You don't got to argue with me.
So what adapting does women do in most of those
We
cases?
need to adapt and understand that you guys are logical. Y'all are not emotional. So if we are, like, what I feel is easy for y'all to understand and help us is that if I'm feeling emotional about something, I should have already prepared how you guys could help us, if that makes sense. Because y'all are gonna come with the help with something to help us with it. If I come to you and I'm like, I'm sad, and I just say I'm sad, y'all gonna be like, okay, so what do I do with
questions.
what do I do with that information?
Yeah.
So if I come to you and I say I'm sad because I watched the movie 5 minutes ago and it made me sad, like I resonated with the character, can you just give me a hug? That eliminates, that helps y'all understand our feelings. Y'all could then give us that solution is the hug. But if we just come with just saying we feel this and then y'all come with the questions and all of that, we get annoyed, we get triggered, and it becomes an argument.
I think that's what it is. When the feelings come to us, we empathize in terms of like, all right, you're going through this feeling, but it's like, all right, I don't know. It's our response to that after we understand that you're having this feeling, I think, is the issue.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like after that conversation that we had the other day about that, I'll definitely take back what I said. I am an empathetic person, but that's why I'm gonna keep standing on low key. I'm just starting to realize that, yeah, my lack of empathy just comes from people putting themselves in their circumstances. Like if you lose a family member, I'm gonna be completely empathetic. You know why? Because it's nothing you could have done to change that outcome, right? Or any other unfortunate circumstance that could possibly arise in your life at whatever time, But for the most part, all of the people, at least I've spoken to in the past, and this relationship, Jordan now speaking, those women have been like, Jordan's not empathetic, but that's because you put yourself in that predicament. There's times where it's like, I feel like I'm not getting ahead of my career. And once again, being a solution-based guy, I'm gonna help you do whatever I can. I'm gonna pay for nursing school. I'm gonna, lend you my car so you can drive here and back to work. I'm gonna pay for whatever certification classes that you need. But if I'm taking all the steps to make you better and you're still falling flat on your face because you're not doing what you're supposed to do, how do you want me to feel bad for you?
I agree with that then. I definitely agree with that. If you, like I said in the other, a few moments ago about a person that walks in the street, if you're going to keep on walking your behind in the street, I'm not going to keep on coming over there and helping you. You have to do better for yourself. You got to want better for yourself. So I agree with you on that because that is annoying. Nobody wants to deal with that.
Anyway, on to the next, man. I know you got a lot to say about this. How do you deal with a partner that is family-oriented when you yourself is not a family-oriented person?
gonna just put it out there. I'm not a family-oriented person.
And why is that?
I don't
Give
really
a
care
brief
for my
synopsis.
family. Due to whatever traumas and experiences I've endured as a child, I grow to have a lot of resentment towards my family, so I don't talk to most of my family. With that being said, for some reason, every time I date a man, he's always family-oriented. Big family pot. First, another thing too, I dislike holidays because holidays is with family. I don't like to be around family, so I tend to just want to go home and eat my ice cream and sit inside because I despise being around family, but I did it anyway. Anyways. So when I date somebody and they're like, oh, let's go to Christmas, let's go do it at my Auntie Jackie house. And I'm sitting there like, oh, I don't want to go. It's annoying. But I go anyway, because if that's what my partner wants, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to put a smile on my face and have a time.
But you never, just before we dive deeper into the topic, if you have your own family, you have, your daughters, and if you get a significant other that you end up potentially getting married, you wouldn't want to celebrate holidays with your immediate family now? Or it still just doesn't matter to you?
No.
You wouldn't want to start your own tradition?
I allow my children to celebrate with my family.
So
I
you
don't
want to just
project.
start your own tradition with your family?
I don't like.
And create new good memories?
I mean, that'll be nice, I guess. But I don't disconnect my kids from my family. Like, I try my best not to project my traumas onto my kids. Like, my traumas and my issues with my family is with me and my family. It's not my kids. So my kids will be at the events. My kids will celebrate holidays. My kids will do all the things they need to do and they want to do. But I myself just preferred to not be a part of it anymore because it brings me too much pain to be around them too often.
You look like a matching pajamas on Christmas as girl though. Like I can see you saying
she is that corny.
Yeah,
though. That's the
and you
funny
wanna-
thing.
I
She
am
really
that
is
corny.
that
Put it on the
person.
fridge.
I
She
am
is
that
person.
corny, but have you ever seen me do it?
because you don't got a husband yet. So, but I could see you doing it when
You could
do.
see me doing it, and that'll be beautiful if I can get to a point to do that. Because I mean, for my kids, of course, I go crazy for holidays. For my kids, I put like Valentine's Day. I always take them to do an activity. I always decorate their room. Like I'll do it for them. I'll go full force, do everything for them. But me personally, I don't like it. I don't care about it. But I'm not gonna project my emotions and my hurt and my pain onto my children, so my kids will never know it. If they get older and they notice it, then that's fine. We can have a conversation later. But I'm not gonna let them know. And I'm when I'm around my significant other's family, when I have been with a person that's family oriented, it's fun when I'm around their family. I like to be around their family. It's cool.
I'm not gonna lie to you. And this is gonna be my personal take. I might get killed for it. I don't care. Wave the red flags now.
Only putting them out here for you.
Yeah.
Put 'em up on the table.
I feel like a man that isn't family oriented should be a red flag towards a woman.
What if they're like me though?
What
if they have traumatic experiences that cause them to separate?
And that's what I was about to expound, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when it comes to men, two things that matter the most, right? Your family and your money. I feel like for the most part, that's most men thrive for. It's to provide for my family, protect my family, and provide get some bread and make sure my family's straight. Mm-hmm. And if you did have the type of past that you have, which is your side of the family, once you start your own family, that should be your priority. Mm-hmm. But if you still kind of move on the same type of time where like you have your own kids and your own wife and you still don't care about holidays and all the extra shit, I think that's weird. I think that's a red flag.
Okay. So you feel like I'm a red flag?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take the flag.
I feel like that's a red flag.
I'll take the flag because like I said, I don't project onto my kids. My kids, you wouldn't know. My kids don't know I don't like holidays. That's a funny thing. My kids don't know I don't like holidays.
Do you know for a fact they don't know that? Because we sometimes don't like to give kids credit.
I mean, due to everything I do for them around the holidays, I would assume they wouldn't know because I've prior to making a decision to separate from my family, I was always with my family on holidays. So my kids always see me with my family on holidays. It wasn't until recently I made a decision to just stop attending because it was too much for me to keep attending. I'm saving face and smiling at people's faces I don't want to be around. So I chose to make that decision.
So how are you gonna feel then if down the line your daughters are like, oh, why mommy never showing up to these holiday events?
I'll have the conversation with them when they ask about it, when they're old enough to understand.
It's like that Cameron clip.
But then I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if I told my kids part of my trauma, I don't think they would want to attend either.
Fair.
And that's why I'm trying to keep them innocent and out the mix for now. And allow them to make that decision when they're of age to make that decision for themselves.
Understandable. What Cameron said, if I can't make it, I send my cards to the cookout. This is mad funny, bro. Sending your car to the cookout go
But
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I do sometimes feel bad for the person I'm dating that's family oriented, seeing that I'm not, because they kind of don't get to be around my family. So it's like, it's gonna be so odd that when I get married, my partner is gonna probably have a whole full side, and I might have a few people there. And then
Yeah.
I feel bad, like, damn, that's kind of gonna look funny.
I mean, I know for me, I've always dated women that have not the greatest relationship with their family members either. So when they meet me, it's kind of, it could go like really left or really good. I feel like either A, they look at me like I'm a meal ticket, like, oh my God, he has his village. So if I had his kid, then they'll be straight. Or B, they look at it in a jealous form, like, wow, you have all this, and then they think of their own situation, like, wow, I couldn't grow up with this. Like, I've had both ends with dealing with women that are on that type of time. And for me, I don't like that shit, bro. Like, it's unfortunate how some people have to grow up in life, but I'm family oriented at the end of the day. I feel like no matter what I'm going through in life, I should be able to come home to my girl or my kids when I have kids, you know, and they're supposed to just be my peace. And I know most people don't say you're supposed to be your own peace, but realistically, that is what like should bring your smile on. You got the worst day at work, and then you can come home and, you know, your daughter or son run up to you and say, "Daddy,"
No, I
whole
agree.
thing go away.
I agree with that. Like, of course, I want to, you know, in the future, get married and have my own traditions I create within my own little family I've created. That's what I can't wait to do. But I think people got to also understand that the family you were born into, when you start your own family, you shouldn't. Why are you so focused on still worrying about them? Like, I guess I don't get it. You were born into the family, yes, but you have your own now. Why not want to continue just having your own and let everybody just do their own thing? I guess I don't get it because I'm not family oriented.
Because you need the village. You need everybody.
Takes a village to raise a child.
That's the issue. We don't got no villages no more.
So is it only because you want it to be a transactional thing where you're using them to be your village?
No, a village means everybody helps each other out. That's what a village is.
I agree.
But what
you
if
just
you're-
can't fathom this
So
because
if your
you hate your
village,
village?
no, I'm just trying. I mean, so if you have a toxic, because what I'm not gonna lie, it's sad for me seeing friends around me that continue to be around toxicity within their family for the sake of saying they're family, they're blood. You can't turn your back on family. And I'm looking at them like,
Oh, I don't believe in that.
y'all are
could tell me
mad.
that.
Like, y'all don't have no business being around each other. Why are y'all together? Get away from each other. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know, free to wave, man. Blood thicker than water, but water tastes better. I definitely believe in that too, man. I don't think blood make you family. That's it. I stand on that. Luckily,
I feel like I've created my own family with some of my friendships. Like, I see a lot of I have close friends. Like I say to you all the time, I see you like a brother. Like, I created my family. Like, once I mourned the idea I created in my mind of having a happy family and being family oriented, I started to somewhat create my own family within my friendships. I have people I call my brothers, women I call my sisters. My kids look at my kids call some of those friends auntie. Like, I've created my own family like that. And that's how I've been able to move forward.
Yeah, I was gonna say, luckily for me, you know, I got a good family dynamic. So y'all be safe though. But I'm just saying, I sympathize or empathize with people that don't. Because like I say, your family is low key all you got. It should be like that. Obviously, situations like yours and other people that might be viewing this, it's a different story. I like I said, I hate that for y'all. I really do. Because family is dead ass like mad important, bro. They should be the backbone of everything you got going on in life, bro.
They should. And it's nice when people have it. And one thing about me, I'm not jealous of anyone that has it. I think they should be grateful for that. Anybody that has a healthy home and a healthy family should cherish that, because you don't know people's story. There's people like me that don't have the best background and the best story that have to make a tough decision to separate for their own sanity.
Yeah, because, you know, I don't know how old the people gonna watch. Everyone should know though. The TV show Good Times, like that's how I feel like my family dynamic. No matter what, all you just got each other. The lights cut off, y'all got each other. Your
I mean,
times
that
is
family
hard,
was a bit
y'all
toxic.
got
They was
each
always
other.
cutting each other's ass every
Yeah.
damn day. I mean, that's my view on that situation. But hey, I don't.
You know what's crazy thing about the crazy thing about Good Times? I seen a thread on Twitter where they was like, the mom, they was like, she's actually the most toxic person in this entire shit. They was like, they should have been
She
out of
didn't
the
have no
project
job
mad long ago.
and was
But
telling everybody about themselves.
that's neither here nor there. But I'm gonna get to this last topic before we gotta head off of this. How do you feel about your partner being what's the question? How do you feel about your partner leaning on the opinions of his parents in regards to your relationship? I'm sorry. I just cut that on camera. It's crazy.
How do you feel about your partner. Okay, it says here, why do people care about their parents' opinion on their partner? That's pretty much the question.
Back to the family thing beforehand. Some people close with their family value their parents' opinion that much.
I think if you're happy and you love the person, you shouldn't care because you're not. I think, again, what I said earlier, people got to understand that you have to separate from that. Like when you get married, you are getting married to now go with that person and move forward. Yes, it's nice to stay with family and be cool with family, but you are now creating your own family. It's time for you to move forward. So who doesn't like whoever I got that I'm creating my family with, to me is irrelevant because this is who I chose. So you either get with it or
Do you
get cut
value
off.
their opinion at all, though?
My family? We don't want to talk about my family?
Your family, not necessarily blood related, but your family.
If I had a healthy family dynamic, and the only way I will value their opinion is if they got to know the partner I was with for a long period of time and then made an opinion. If the opinion started off with them just meeting the person and being like, I don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
I need to understand why. Why don't you like him? Did you see him do something weird? Did you have a bad encounter with him? Why you don't like him? Because usually, in my experience, when my family disliked someone that I dated, it was usually because that person noticed the dysfunction, brought it up to them, and they disliked that person due to that. So for me, I don't value their opinion because I know that it comes from them just not wanting to be outed for the negativity that they created within my life and called out for it.
That's what I said. Not necessarily your blood family, but
my friends,
your new family,
like my new family I've created. I mean, again, it has to do with they had to have been around the person long enough for me to feel comfortable. Like I'll value it if they're around the person, if they've been around the person been around for like a year, and they're like, you know what, I'm not gonna lie to you, I noticed a few things with him. It's not making me feel comfortable. I don't think he's right for you. Of course, I'm gonna value their opinion because they're looking out for me and they know me more than that person knows me. So yeah, for sure.
Me personally, I feel like it's to an extent. In my dating history, my parents have been right when they low-key don't like someone. But also, my mother is, if you like it, I love it. She doesn't tell me about myself until I'm out of the relationship. So if she doesn't like my girlfriend, she's never going to tell me while I'm actively with that girl. The minute I break up, though, yeah, my mom give me 50.
But do you feel like now, due to that, you feel like she should tell you ahead of time?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because my mom, like, so she got the eagle eye, bro. She be seeing. So that's my personal experience. I don't know of any, because I do feel like some parents out there, once again, the toxic parents, they be hating on their daughters. Like those single moms, they be like, you see your daughter's in a lovely relationship, and they're like jealous of the fact that like your daughter could get a man or something. That is weird. So I feel like it's a case by case basis when you want to put, how much merit a parent has on you as a partner. That's why me personally, through the grace of God, I've always been liked by my partner's parents. But in the slight chance I haven't, I wouldn't care, bro.
And it also also matters what you expose to your family. Like, if you tell your family every negative thing about your partner, how could they like them? I'm not saying to hide the bad, because of course it's good to be transparent, but if you always talking about how he don't got no job, all he do is sit on the couch and play his video games.
Of course they're not gonna like him.
Of course they're not gonna like your partner. Like, hello, you're not making it. You're not. But then also the reason why I said I want them to be around the person for like some time is because you're gonna meet the representative in the first couple of weeks. So your opinion of this person is who they're acting like they are. In the very
see
beginning.
them at the family event when everybody's getting wild and ratchet.
Exactly.
And see
Like,
how they're
you gotta
I feel like you
responding.
low-key do have to kind of be a shitty person for
family not to like you.
not even just family. I feel like an older generation, because it's not hard to impress the older generation, low-key.
Just be respectful and have manners,
be respectful,
bro.
have manners. Like, yo,
It's simple shit they appreciate.
have a job, like, bro, to older people having a city
Dress
job,
appropriately.
Yeah, don't come into the parties sagging your
Also,
pants.
ladies, if you're going to meet a man's family, dress appropriate. I'm
Don't
sorry.
wear no crop top to the family dinner. Like,
don't wear
you
a
wear
crop
that.
top. Don't wear a crop top to the funeral.
What?
Yes.
What?
Real story.
Yes.
What?
Real life, he had to happen.
Nah.
Don't wear a crop top to the funeral.
Yeah, like,
And then
talking about
ask me
somebody
what
too.
is wrong. Continue.
yeah, you
Oh,
just
that's
like
that
me.
bitch.
I mean, I feel like for me, I already walking around with a big old booty. I feel like it's only appropriate that I always try to wear something that's not as like revealing of the body when I meet family. Like, cause come on. I'm setting myself up if I pull up with a crop top and some tights.
But yeah, like the older like I was saying, the older generation, not that hard to appease, bro. You like to be respectful, have manners. If you got a good job on your hands, that's all they be kind of caring about. And as long as you take care of their daughter or son, they're not gonna say too much about you.
And don't be fake, be yourself.
That's why I'm like, it says
be
a
yourself.
lot when they start being around you, I don't like that person. Because I'm like,
Facts. Like, when
why they
feel
don't
the
like you?
vibe
But I
that
think-
If their standards are so low and they don't like you, you missing
but
something.
see, that's why I think I kind of mess up because I'm not family oriented. If I ever was told by a partner, my cousin don't like you, I don't give a fuck. And I think that's mean maybe because
Yeah, like if my cousin said he ain't like my partner, I'd have to, because there's 4 people in my family whose opinions are gonna have heavy weight on whoever I'm in a relationship with.
Yeah, that's me. The people I immediately live with. Actually, I ain't gonna say that because my oldest brother, I don't give 2 shits on what he said. I got 2 older sisters. I listen to them, and I listen to my parents. Those are probably it. Anyone else that got opinions about whatever they want to have an opinion about?
It's my little brother.
But I think it could
big
be. I think it
sister,
could be a
cousin,
danger. I
and
think
my
it could be a
dad.
dangerous thing when you weigh your relationship on if your family likes the person or not.
No,
because-
not way, but I use that as a gauge.
Oh, okay. I'm
as
just
to
saying,
help,
like, if people, because there are people that literally weigh it on that. Like, if my
Yep.
mom don't like you, that's it. Like, you could be blocking your blessings, allowing, because at the end of the day, what my mom likes may not be what I like. What my father likes may not be what I like. Like, everybody likes things that are different. Like, so for me, it may be for me and it may not be for you. So if I hold out on that, my mom could say, I don't like him. And now I lost a good man because she don't like him for herself. She's not dating him. I am.
That's why I feel like that mom thing is a waste. Because you know what thing, at least for you, right? You're a woman. So I feel like your dad be on the money, though. Because we do have these conversations, he be
True.
saying,
My
your
dad's
man
right.
can't,
That's
if
a
your man
fact.
can't do this,
Your
yeah,
dad
like,
do
my
be
dad
on
is
it.
right.
he be like, yo, if your man can't do this for your call, you shouldn't be a man. You see what I mean? It'd be
My
little
dad,
shit.
I'm not
It'd be
gonna lie.
little shit.
My dad has been right. Funny enough, he has
be
been
on the
right.
money, like-
he has been right.
But he's a good example as to why you somewhat should
But
be
my father's also
family-oriented.
ignorant. That's why I don't really listen to him because my father thinks everybody I've dated is gay. I don't know why. I know I like pretty boys, and I think that's why because he's old school. So when he sees a man manicured and clean cut, he assumes like he got to be gay. Why his nails so shiny? And I'm like, he's not gay, Dad. He's just clean. Like, why are you equaling that to that?
That's that old school shit, man.
Fact.
Like my dad says that he
You don't got enough callus on his hands.
If I wear red
Bro, your hands
lipstick,
soft,
red
you're not a man.
lipstick. My dad told me
No,
red
nigga, I
lipstick,
lotion.
red nails, ankle bracelet. I'm a whore. I wear ankle bracelets. So I'm a whore according to my
I didn't
daddy.
know that was a new one. Ankle bracelets make you a
Listen,
whore.
man,
God.
my dad called me gay for the nose
Yeah.
ring.
When
So
I was in
Yeah.
middle school, I remember there used to be chokers for girls. If a girl had
Yeah.
a choker, she's a whore.
Yeah. So that's why I mean, but when it comes
that,
like
yeah.
outside of the
Now
whole
all these
gay,
rappers got chokers.
outside of the whole gay comment, my dad just wants a man that's going to respect me, respect my daughters, and just
Uptake
Be-
his manly duties.
yeah, like be a man, like you're be a man, like so. I'm listening to my dad from now on. I told myself that because anytime he say he ain't like somebody, he was right.
shout out P. He told me to change the oil. We good, man. That's my guy.
Yeah, man, I'll conclude with that, man. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna listen to my mom and dad no matter what now. I would wish they would come to me ahead of time. Well, my dad fake be keeping his
And I'm
stack
not gonna
early.
hold you. I
My
can
dad
tell
tell
you
my
too.
partners to their face if he don't like them. That's you. Yeah, you know my dad, Jordan. Like he'll tell you
And
to
I'm
their
not
face if
gonna
he don't
hold
like you. He
y'all.
don't care.
Just know if you're interested in dating Jay, I'm very harsh when it comes on to somebody dating him because I'm looking at y'all sideways too. So yeah.
Trust me, they're gonna hop in the comments right on that clip and say, "Trust me, girl, nobody wants to talk to him."
That's the same one who's.
I'm
gonna
just
DM
saying
him
if
2
you
weeks
do,
later.
I'm hard on that. Like if you a little sketel, I'ma tell.
Listen, man,
And I do background checks.
I promise y'all on this podcast, I have no problems outside. I say it all the time. I could be ugly, look like a Ninja Turtle to y'all. I promise you, the world does not think that. The internet is a very small place.
Yeah, man, everybody look good to somebody. So
And-
it's like-
Exactly.
I'm outside. So with that being said,
shouldn't even be outside.
before I do the regular housekeeping, shout out y'all. By the time y'all watch this, we are at 15K on Instagram. Might be more than that. So
Sir.
congrats, man. It's been a long journey, bro. We are only still 6 months technically.
We're a
in here.
baby.
We're
but
still
we
6 months
appreciate
in.
y'all.
September 15th marks like 6 months exactly since our first episode came out.
Oh
6
shit! It was
months,
only April.
You feel me? So I appreciate all of y'all. Like I said, y'all kill me in the comments. Y'all kill her in the comments. All publicity is good publicity. You feel me? So we appreciate all the comments and all the support. I really am trying to start doing a live situation soon, whether it's a live show or we start going live via TikTok. We're trying to make something work, man. We're trying to make something work. All right. Merch coming soon too. I promise y'all, bro. All right. So support, if you would reserve yourself, because that's definitely going on a T.
And anybody that gives a negative comment, your mom's a hoe.
All right, well, I don't second that, but anyway, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Being Black is Ghetto. Hit the bell notification at the top so you don't miss any of our lovely drops. So follow us on Instagram at Being Black is Ghetto. Follow us on TikTok, Being Black is Ghetto. We are the best podcast in the fucking land, man. But anyway, it's your boy Jay Abs, JD in the cut, Patty J, And we are out.
We're out.